Yo, P, I'm your host, Major, and as always, I'm with my brother Ace, and welcome to another episode of Two Up Front. And today's a little bit different because
Mm.
Ace, he's not in his normal settings. Ace, do you want to update
Nah.
the people? Do you want to
Hey
update
man.
the people?
Hey man. Right now we're live from the GH, live from Ghana. I'm just looking at my feet, man. These mosquitoes, oh my goodness, they've been chewing me up. But otherwise, man, we said the show has to go on, so I'm here, man. So now there should be a lot of football to get into. So I'm looking forward to this. Is always happy to catch up with you. So yeah, bro. Let's get into it.
Hey, man. Hey, they can never say we're not dedicated. So yeah,
Nah,
man,
for real.
the show must go on. But yeah, bro, like you said, hey, excited to talk about the football, and there is a lot of it. The games are coming fast, man. Like this Christmas December period, like is relentless. So many
Mm,
fixtures, man. There's so much to talk about. So, bro, let's get straight to it. Liverpool versus City at Anfield. Now,
mm,
we spoke a lot about City. We spoke about how, when you have won four titles in a row, there's a certain level of respect that you've got to give a team that has accomplished what they've accomplished. When your manager has won six Premier League titles, when your manager has led your side to a treble, you've got to give them the respect that they deserve. And because of that, we have really been, not going in on City. We've been saying, you know what? Like they are City still, even though things have not been looking good, even though things have been looking really shaky, we can see the problems. But
mm.
bro, bro,
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's
bro,
crazy. Like he said, man, I think it's not getting to the point now where even when people
bro,
are asking me, like, what? So, like, what does this now mean? I think we have to just say it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap. Like,
bro, bro. It's you know what it is. It's like again, they deserve the respect. Like they've built up
mm,
their reputation, so they deserve to be given the respect. And obviously, we've spoken about City. Let's just quickly get this out of the way. We've spoken about
mm,
it in the overall context and the bigger picture. And ultimately, of course, them not winning the league this season, them having a down season, like no one can really overly get onto them, like given the context of what they've achieved. But that's the wider picture. We're talking about this season and we're talking about now. And currently, bro, they are not looking great.
mm,
Before we get onto them, I think it's only right that we give the credit to the team that's currently top of the league because,
mm,
to put it frankly, they've been brilliant, man. The slot machine, it keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling on. Bro, have you been
bro.
seeing this? Have you been seeing this onslaught penitentiary
Oh yeah, yeah,
meme?
yeah, I've been seeing
That's doing
that.
they
It's too
they added
funny.
pep to it, yeah.
No.
They
Did you
added
see
pep
the
to
did
the
you see his joke
penitentiary.
afterwards about the 115?
Oh yeah, 150, bro.
115. Oh, he's moving
Cheeky, bro.
cheeky now
Bro,
myself. So
cheeky.
nah.
But yeah, man, I think we've Liverpool because bro, in that first half, man, like, bro,
It was a
yeah, and you know
domination,
what?
man.
And you know what it is, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. We can't even say, "Oh, what a
Mm,
surprise," because yeah, man. Like, I think you even said it that City getting a result was more so out of hopium for you as opposed to analysis. Like, yeah,
yeah.
like it wasn't down to things that you've necessarily seen this season. It was more so just, you know what? I'm just gonna give them the respect that they've accrued over the years, and I'm
Bro,
just
I
hoping,
saw
hoping
I
that they
saw
can do
something,
something.
yeah.
Hmm.
Major, I saw something that was crazy to me. That City has considered the most goals in the top five European leagues. I said that's crazy. In the last, like I think 5, 6 games. I said that's a
Yeah,
wild
bro,
stat.
bro,
That's a wild
bro.
stat.
They've been getting cooked, bro.
Oh,
Like, they've been getting cooked. This 2-0, bro, it flatters them. It
it
flatters
really
them.
does. It
It
really does.
flatters
Bro,
them, bro.
Van Dijk could have got a
Bro,
hat trick by himself.
bro,
He
bro.
could have got a hat trick himself,
Salah,
bro.
bro. You know when Salah was going through a goal for that chance, bro. I already was, I had already reached the conclusion that Liverpool 2. I couldn't believe that he put that over, bro. I'd already said, oh,
Mm.
they got the second, and then I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I
What?
couldn't believe it.
What you missed?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, like I'd already reached the conclusion, and I think, yeah, man. But again, focusing on Liverpool, they were
Mm,
brilliant. Obviously, we've spoken about their big players. We've spoken about Van
mm.
Dijk. Again, from an offensive perspective, he definitely should have scored. But from a defensive perspective, again, man,
Bro,
this is
they shot them down, man.
bro, this is why he's being put in certain conversations. And yeah, man, this is why like he is acknowledged as one of the best, if not the best defender in the world, man. Like great
Mm,
performance there. And then, bro, some of these passes Trent was playing, bro, were nasty, man. Oh my gosh. He was
mm.
nah.
Yeah, he was cooking,
Just
man.
yeah, just flinging them. Like, do you get me? And then obviously Salah doing what Salah does, like that ball. And bro, we've spoken about it, like the facilitator, Salah, the facilitator,
Mm,
like that's a string to his bow. And that ball for Gakpo was, yeah, man, nasty. Like it's such a
mm,
hard ball to defend, and then boom, goal. And yeah, man, like Liverpool, they were great. Like we've spoken about a lot of their players, Gravenberch doing his thing, like of course Salah, like even the defense, like we've got to give credit to um Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to give credit to Gomez as well, like for being able to come in and do the job. And yeah, man, of course, Slot, like we've been very complimentary of him as a manager. Like he's come and he's really just thrived straight away. Like he's
Mm,
changed things, but he's not changed too much. And
mm,
tactically as well, like he's been just very, very, very good. He's known when to mix things around. Even these rotations, they've worked. Like the way he's analyzed games and, you know, had different approaches for different circumstances. Yeah, man. Like Liverpool, fully deserving of their win, like fully deserving of their lead in the league. And yeah,
mm,
man, what one loss to Forest and one draw, and in a week.
mm.
And I remember when people were saying, "Who have Liverpool played? Who have Liverpool played,
Yeah.
bro?" Bro,
Mm.
I
They
know
played some
they'll
big.
bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll bring in
Yeah.
the fixture list, and they'll say, "Oh, they've
Yo.
got this,
Yo.
bro.
Yo.
They've just bought through
Bro,
that
they've got
schedule."
what? Champions of Spain, champions
Yeah,
of England,
of
champions of
Germany.
Italy,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
champions of Germany,
just
yeah.
bought
Just
through it, man.
dismantled everyone. So
They
now fair
just
play
said
to them, man.
like so, yeah. But yeah, of course, it is a very long season. But yeah, we've got to give them ultimate
Mm,
credit because, like I
100.
said, no one was looking at Liverpool, like, and we've spoken about this previously, like we thought Liverpool were going to like definitely like be in the top three, but
Mm,
I don't think anyone was expecting Liverpool to start like how they've started. And even if
mm,
they were to be involved in a title race, I don't think we were envisioning them starting like this. So yeah, man, like you've got to give them full credit, like a lot of credit for their
mm, mm,
performance.
mm.
So yeah, bro. Is there anything you quickly want to just talk about regarding Liverpool? Anything else?
Regarding Liverpool, yeah, man, I'll say the first half again. As me sitting there as an Arsenal fan, hoping for City to get something from the game. I would
Mm-hmm,
say like as much as they dominated, there was still that little door open. I was like, cool, it's still only 1-0. The game was
mm-hmm,
still, but yeah, they hung in there. They defended ridiculously well. They
mm-hmm,
left Haaland with pretty much nothing. I think we'll definitely talk about some City side as well when we get to them because I also think they barely laid a glove on Liverpool and they allowed Liverpool to just dominate them, which is
mm-hmm,
unheard of. Set pieces wise too, they looked very dangerous. Like it just looks like Slot has just got them being able to play in different ways, which I think is so key. Set
mm-hmm,
pieces dangerous, through open play, dominating the game. So yeah, now right now, man, they look very, very good. And seeing here is very concerning, man. It's very, very concerning looking at Liverpool right now because I'm still just waiting. They're checking off the fixtures that I'm like, cool, this is where they might drop points. If they can get through this December and they can continue just winning their games, then it
mm-hmm,
looks like it's a wrap. But yeah, we'll get into it. Obviously, when we get to the end of December and see what they're able to do. But if they can keep
mm-hmm,
this form going, then yeah, they look like a real problem. So they deserve all the credit for this game. Like they've
mm-hmm,
answered all the critics who have said whoever they played, they've dealt with a lot
mm-hmm,
of these teams comprehensively and comfortably. They've
mm-hmm,
dominated the games, pressed well. They actually made City look like little
bro,
boys in this game, bro.
bro,
They made City look like little boys. Like the first half, I
bro,
couldn't believe what I was watching. I said, this
bro.
big man City
I move to
struggling
them.
to get out their half,
I
bro.
move
They
to
were just
them.
pressing the life out of
Move to
them,
them.
getting the ball back, force them
Move
into
to them.
mistakes. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, Liverpool are a real
Move
problem,
to
man.
them.
Yeah, fair play
Yeah.
to Slot, man. Like you said, big fair play to him. He's coming
Hmm.
and first year in, and he's looking like he's just doing an amazing job. I like when I hear him
Hmm.
speak as well. Like I think
Yeah,
that's always
man.
important when you listen to a manager. Like, yeah,
It's
this guy,
annoying,
he
bro.
knows
It's
what he's
annoying
talking
because
about, man.
he's a likable guy, bro. Like it's
Yeah, he
annoying.
is.
Like,
Even when he made the
it's
115
annoying.
joke, he's like, "Is this a joke?
Yeah,
It's just joking. I'm just playing." So now, fair play to him, man. Let's see if they can keep it going. I hope they
yeah.
can't, but now for now, like they're smashing it. So yeah,
Mm.
big ups to Liverpool.
Like yeah, and yeah, bro. On the other side,
Hey
City,
man, hey
bro.
man,
Talk
hey
to me,
man.
bro. What's
We have to
going
talk
on, man?
about it, man.
What's
You know,
going on, man?
this again, I think there's the two kind of main like standout thoughts that come to my mind in this game, bro, is one, I think every year for the last probably like three, let's say, I feel like a lot of the fans have been doing the City's transfer window, man. I'm not sure about it. I'm
Hmm.
not sure if City have really strengthened the way they should have strengthened. But every
Mm,
year they'll do what they do and they start maybe a bit slower and then you just go on to dominate in the second half
mm,
of the year, which just shows that they're still just sitting it. I feel like this is the first year where all of those criticisms of their transfer window has finally caught up with them. Because I'm then looking at even the lineups that Pep is putting now. I'm looking at him going to Anfield and playing Rico Lewis right wing, right wing, and then what Nunez left wing. I'm seeing them play what's it called, like what's his name, Bernardo in the middle of the pitch. Like, I'm looking at their whole self. I'm looking at their options. And Rodri being out shouldn't be why your team has just fallen apart like this. But again, I think they just haven't strengthened the way they were meant to strengthen. Like it kind of looks like they kind of lost that appetite the last few years now. So it's going to be interesting to see this summer now that we know Pep is staying, how they go on to refresh the team because it looks like they are in desperate need of a refresh. Because even just watching the match, one of the like most noticeable things was just it looks like just Liverpool just had much more legs than they did. It looks like their players now, a lot of their main ones are on like they're kind of going over the hill now. And then the young players like the Philip Fodens that are meant to be the guys that are meant to put the team on their back. They're not putting anyone on their back, bro. So they just look like an absolute mess. That's what I say. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about them because yeah, this whole season has just been poor performance after poor performance. Now it's caught with them, and now the results aren't making sense either. And it looks like they're even deserving. It's not even like they're dropping these points and it's like, oh, they've been
mm,
unlucky. They deserve to lose a lot of the
mm,
games that they've lost over the last
mm,
5, 6 games. So,
mm,
nah, man, it's been really poor. And I think Pepper's been getting it wrong as well with his selections and his
mm,
choices
mm.
throughout the game. I saw a stat, bro, that in the starting 11 in that match, Haaland is the only player in that lineup that scored a goal in the Premier League this season. I want like
Mm,
12 game weeks in, and
mm.
Haaland is the only player in that starting 11 that scored a goal in the Prem. That's crazy.
Really, that's mad.
Ridiculous, bro. Yeah, it's a ridiculous
Wow.
stat, bro. It's
Mm,
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, man, I think it's just caught with them now, and they just need a refresh. Like Peppers told us, bro, 6 out of 7, so you can't get on them too much. But I think this is finally the year where it's like I think they're now just out of it. Like to them now, I think their main focus needs to just be champs. I think Liverpool have just ended their title race, in my opinion. I don't know if you think they still stand any chance, but in my mind, I think it's done for them. It's
You
done for
know
them
what?
this
You
year.
know what?
But
You
yeah.
know what the problem is that like watching them play is one. The
Mm,
results are one thing, but then we are actually
mm,
watching them play, and
mm.
yeah, man, you're looking at it, and this doesn't look like a team that's capable of putting, those crazy runs that they were able to put together in the past. And I think that's the thing. I think that's why loads of people are looking at it and saying, you know what, we can't see you winning the title because it's not
Mm,
necessarily just to do with the points gap; it's to do with the state of the team. Like,
yup.
bro, fam, people are looking at fixtures thinking before when people are saying, hey, man, see, like, bro, like, fam, I looked at this Liverpool match and I was just like, Liverpool's even one thing. Like, you're looking
Mm,
at Liverpool and you're thinking, yeah, but bro, like, even just generally, like, you're looking at their fixtures and you're thinking, how are you gonna get out of this? Because, like, we just we just don't have the previous belief that we used to have. Like before, it was a thing where it's like City could drop points or they can lose games, and then we're looking at it and we're thinking, you know what? When City click, it's gonna be nasty. Do you get me? But now you're looking at it and like every fixture is just looking harder now. Like, do you get me?
Yup.
Fixtures that didn't look as hard. Now you're looking at it and thinking,
Bro,
just
teams used to be
like, yeah,
terrified or see Haaland and say,
yeah,
oh
man.
my God, is he going to score a
Yeah,
hat trick
man.
today? Now teams are just
Yeah,
saying,
man.
put two guys on him and he's the only guy that's scoring.
Bro,
Like,
and you know what we spoke about before when we were saying, you know what was happening with City this season a little bit is that they'll start off strong in the first half, and then it'll get to half time, and then teams will kind of realize, hey, they're they're not on what they were on, bro. Like, fam, like the managers are speaking to them saying, bro, we can do something, fam. Like, do you get me? Like,
bro,
fam,
don't play
and
the occasion.
bro, yeah, don't play the occasion,
Play
fam.
the team in front of you.
They're not
Yeah.
they're not on what we thought they were on. Like, do you get me? Like, and now, bro, I mean, sorry, on Sunday, you know where it was, bro? It was a thing where it was like, obviously because Liverpool, it's a completely different task altogether. And Slot, he told them, bro, get him. Like, get him. Like, we don't need to wait until half time. We don't. Bro, you're better than them.
Yeah.
Get him. You're better than them.
Yeah.
Get him. Just get him. Like, do you
Yeah.
get me?
And I feel
Just
like
get
Pep
him.
knew it too, bro. Even the
Yeah,
lineup of Rico
yeah,
Lewis, Nunez, he knew it too that
bro,
they were about to be put in
bro.
a blender. So
Yes,
he also
get
came
him.
very defensive.
Get
Yeah.
him, bro. Get him, bro. Like, do you get it? So, yeah, man. Like, obviously, big win, even big week for Liverpool. Obviously, with the win against Madrid, we spoke about that and we
Yeah.
said, oh, you know what, like how is Slot gonna line up? And I think we both mentioned that, you know what, like I think he's gonna make certain changes where it's like, you know, maybe a McAllister comes into the lineup, like, do you get me, makes like subtle changes to the forward line, and that's what he did. And obviously they get a massive win, and I think that was a big morale booster, especially given the recent history of Real Madrid. And I think that was like a big thing for them to get over. And then yeah, the performance against City, serious, man. So yeah,
And
man,
this is the problem too,
they
man.
really
This is
did a
why when
job.
you, like we said, man, when you keep winning and you just keep winning, you keep winning, it's like you just continue building that momentum. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I need someone to come and do something because yeah,
Yeah,
City
man.
weren't able to do the job. But
And what I was gonna very quickly say, two things. One, like, what did you think of like the back and forth with the Liverpool fans with the you're getting sacked in the morning and then the six? I liked it. Like, I think it was a good back and forth between them. Like, do you get me? Like, yeah. And then I think, yeah, there was like a good respect between them. Like, I think it was, I like seeing stuff like that in football, like a little bit of, do you get me? But people are saying it like when Pep put up the six, like, bro, that is so Mourinho. Like, do you get me?
yeah, I
That
saw
is
that. He's in
so,
his
yeah, he's
Mourinho
Mourinho
face.
era. Yeah, fam, that is so Mourinho. Like, that's such a Mourinho thing to do. So yeah.
Mm,
And secondly, bro, I thought we'll just use this as a quick opportunity. Obviously, Liverpool are facing Newcastle tomorrow. Can you see
mm.
any trouble for them there? I believe Isak's gonna be fit. So I think he's gonna be playing. Obviously, say at James's Park, like they can cause anyone trouble on their day. Can you see any upsets there?
Again, man, the way Liverpool are playing right now, man, I think they're in that City phase where you kind of assume they're gonna win until they don't. But I
Mm,
would say this is probably gonna be one of their toughest matches they've had recently. I would say
mm,
from playing Newcastle, because Newcastle are very capable of doing what they did to us, where they just say, "Yeah,
mm,
Salah, I'm gonna put three men on you." And San Diaz, who's in the left wing, going to put three men on you, and then we're going to try to
mhm,
hit you on the break. And from what we
mhm,
saw in that Nottingham Forest game, that
mhm,
seems like maybe the type of way that you might be able to get some change out of this
mhm,
Liverpool team. So
mhm,
probably the play style and the way Newcastle play can potentially give them some problems. But again, these are again the type of fixtures that if Liverpool continue to just pass these tests, then it
mm,
looks very scary for like Arsenal who are trying to catch up to them now. So this is
mm,
another match where I'm looking and saying if Liverpool are going to drop any points in this month, this is the type of match that I can see Newcastle potentially maybe getting a point. But if they go
mhm,
there and win again, then boy, they just keep strengthening their title credentials. So, but yeah, I think this should be a tough game for them. But
mhm,
again, you give them more credit if they're able to overcome it and still get the win. But I think
mhm,
Newcastle have enough to frustrate them and still be
mhm,
dangerous enough on the break as well. So I think this is like like that whole like styles make fights kind of thing. From what we
Yeah.
saw with the Forest game, that was the first indication that maybe if you approach Liverpool that way, that might be a good way to get change out of them. So if Newcastle was smart, that's what I expect them to do. So I think they'll struggle. Even the Southampton match as well. Like again, that was another game too where they kind of sat back, hit them on a counter, and they made the game much tougher for Liverpool than maybe everyone expected. So I kind of see along the line of those type of matches. Whereas I feel like maybe when you're coming at them is when they're a lot more dangerous as well. So yeah, I think it should be tough. I think it should be tough.
I hear that,
What
bro.
about you? What do you think about this
that.
one? Do you think you see any potential upsets in this one?
I think Liverpool will get the job done, but I think it is a tricky game. Nah, I think, yeah, man. St. James's Park is never an easy place to go, man. And I think they're the type of team they like to get up for the big games as well. Like that crowd will be right behind the team. Like the atmosphere, I can imagine, will be electric. So yeah, and the fact that Isak, I think, is gonna be fit. So yeah, like I think that will help. If he doesn't play, then yeah, I think that does make a big difference. But yeah, apparently he will be fit. So yeah, we'll see with that. And moving on, bro. Obviously, we've been speaking about the title race. I think it's only right to talk about one of the two up front teams that scored 5 this weekend. And I'll start off by saying, you know what? I think a few weeks ago, we were looking at the Arsenal attack. We were looking at the creativity. We were looking at things saying, this is not looking good. Do you get me? There were comparisons to Tony Pulis going about. Do you get me? Things that people are saying they'll say Arteta ball is not the one. Man says
Yeah.
set piece merchants, all of that. And you know what? The set pieces are still thriving. But along with that, we're seeing more of the football that we expect to see from Arsenal, and things are starting to click again. So yeah, 5 goals was a crazy game. Like that first half was absolutely mad. So yeah,
Bro,
like
6 goals
really,
in the first half.
really, bro, 7.
Was
Really
this? Oh, it was
entertaining,
7.
bro.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
7. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, man, entertaining game. But yeah, bro, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think going into the match, man, like I said, I think before the Newcastle game, I was a lot more confident playing West Ham because they just looked like they were just down and out and just ready to be signed. It should be comfortable. But then them going away to St. James's Park and getting the win the way they did, I was like, cool, they're gonna now come back home with some confidence. It's a London derby. Their fans are gonna want nothing more than to end our title race. I mean, that's the issue now of Arsenal. Every game we play, every club has opportunity to end our title race. So I think all our rivals, that's extra motivation for them. So I think that made me a bit more concerned that cool, they're going to be more up for it now. So it should be tougher than it would have been otherwise. I see going into the match now, Partey, whatever we want to think about, he's been one of our better players this season. I see he's out now through injury. I see Marino not had a great start, but again, our key midfielder in our team, he's out. So I'm thinking, I'm already thinking this might be a tough game. And we're weekends in the midfield position as well. What's going to happen? But, bro, like you said, man, what this game or what the last few weeks has shown me, which I didn't realize until now, man, is our reliance on this Odegaard guy, man. Like, I think it's not even just him himself. I think it's also what he does for Saka too that I think has just been highlighted. It really does highlight what it does to that right hand side. Those two,
bro, it's not just him
changed.
as well, bro.
Bro.
Odegaard, Saka, and Timber.
Yeah, he's just flying. Yeah, that right hand side, bro.
Nasty.
I've been seeing the jokes, and Martinelli's looking across the pitch, saying, "Bro, bring some flair over here, bring some flair to this side." Because yeah, man, that right hand side has been amazing, man. And I think that's really where we cut them open throughout this, man. I think firstly we suffocated them starting the game. Now West Ham just looked like they had no ideas; they couldn't get out. We just kept taking the ball off them whenever they tried to play through the midfield. And then again, man, like you said, set piece FC, man. This Gabriel guy, like he's actually gonna go there as one of the greatest set piece defenders, bro. I don't know how you stop him. I've seen all the memes of how you stop him, and I don't know how you stop him, bro. Because it's like you know what someone's gonna do, but you still can't stop it. I think that's when it's even worse, and that's the form he's in right now. Like he's actually a ridiculous threat from set pieces, even though everyone knows how big a threat he is. So big ups to him because he started off the game, and then yeah, man,
Mm,
Odegaard, Saka for that second goal, ridiculous, man,
mm.
ridiculous. That the 1-2 over the top, Saka 2, just put it across, lovely
That's one
finish.
of that
Like,
pass from Odegaard is one of them ones where like it won't show up as an assist, but yeah,
yup.
you know what he done there. Like
So
so,
again, this is why you
yeah,
watch football with your eyes. This is
yeah,
exactly why you watch it
yeah.
with your eyes and not just
Yeah,
stats. But yeah,
yeah. I
ridiculous.
mean,
But
you know,
again, those are the
the stat merchants, they'll
mm,
have stats to cover that. Like, do you get me? Like chances
yeah,
created and all of that stuff. But yeah, like
keep
I
us.
think key pass, do you get me? Like, yeah, all of that, like
Mm,
major goal scoring opportunity, all of the stuff that they talk about, do you get me? There's stats for everything now. But yeah, nah,
mm,
fam, just yeah, when you just watch
yeah.
football and you just look at it and you watch it with your eyes, obviously, you know I don't like you lot. But yeah,
Mm,
man, Odegaard, like baller, like proper
yeah.
proper baller, man.
Yeah,
Like yeah, man.
filthy. So
So
yeah, what he's done for our attack, he
mhm,
saved our lives, man. Like I said, when he was coming back from injury, if it doesn't change with him back in the team, that's when I officially say, yeah, title race
mhm,
forever is finished. Because
mhm,
similarly to where Liverpool and City are now, we need to just win all our games now. No ifs, maybes, buts. Until
mhm,
Liverpool give us any opening, we have to just continue winning. That's the position that
mhm,
we're now in. So yeah, we're flying. Yeah, then I guess we get the third penalty goal, and then yeah, the pass by Trossard two for the fourth was
mhm.
beautiful, over the top, puts through Havertz. So yeah, now at that point, I put my feet up. I said, "Oh, lovely, comfortable Arsenal win. I cannot just enjoy the game." I then just see West Ham go and put that pass for the West Ham goal
That
was
pass
filthy.
and the run
Was
for
filthy.
Wan-Bissaka,
Bro, he picked
bro.
Calafiori's pockets, bro. He
Mm,
picked his pockets. He picked his pockets. That was a
serious.
beautiful goal. The second one, I've seen a lot of the discourse. That one was nonsense. I don't think it was a foul either. The
Yeah, it
goal, the
wasn't a
free kick
foul.
itself was
Brilliant free
was
kick though.
ridiculous,
Brilliant, yeah.
ridiculous. But you
But it
shouldn't have been
weren't a
able to
foul.
take it.
Yeah, it
It wasn't
weren't
a
a foul.
foul.
Yeah,
So again,
yeah,
and the referee's right there. But Premier League
yeah.
refs, what can we
Mm.
say? So yeah, at that point, I'm thinking, who Arsenal? I'm getting flashbacks of what Newcastle. I was getting
Mm.
flashbacks. I said, please don't do this to me. Please
Oh,
don't do this to
the four
me.
four.
The 4-4. Please
Mm,
don't do this to me.
mm,
So yeah, I was a bit worried at that point. But yeah, but then I think kind of summarizing where we are now as a team. The Arsenal now, we go and get the fifth. And so I think from then on we kind of more kill off the game. The second half is just more Arsenal just shutting it down, and then we just had to just leave with the 3 points and just stop all the excitement and drama in
mm,
the game. And I think we did that really well. So yeah,
mhm,
all in all, man, I think it was a good win. We going forward performance wise much better. Defensively,
mhm,
I think we had a lapse after that fourth goal. Maybe we felt too comfortable. And I'm sure
mhm,
Teddy's gonna get on these man for that because yeah,
mhm,
it was unnecessary us making
mhm.
that game more tense than it needed to be. So yeah, all in all, good performance, good win, and we move on to the next big game, man. Next big game. Yeah. So
We'll
yeah,
talk about it.
we'll
We'll
talk
talk
about it.
about
Get
it.
into it.
But yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, just very quickly, yeah, I think, yeah,
Mm,
really good performance from Arsenal. I think, yeah, that first half absolutely blew them away. Yeah, Odegaard, he's made like a massive difference. Like, I think his on the ball ability obviously is great, but his off the ball work obviously I think is also extremely important. I think he's really important as regards to how you guys press and yeah, like the energy in the side, and he keeps things ticking. And yeah, also as regards to Saka, he really helps provide like more space and like opportunities for Saka. So
mm.
yeah, I think Arsenal looking good, but yeah, it is one of them ones where you do have to just continue winning and winning and winning and winning. So yeah, man. But all you can do is like win your next game. So as regards to the West Ham one, like you got the job done. So yeah. And yeah, with West Ham, yeah, man. I thought maybe things might have like they might have turned a little bit of a corner after the Newcastle result and they'll be I thought Arsenal will win, but I just thought they would look a bit more solid. But yeah, they've clearly still got a lot of work to do, man. A
Yeah.
lot of work to do. So yeah, man. But yeah, from one two up front team to the other two up front team, obviously you guys scored 5, United scored 4. We beat Everton 4-0, which I believe is our biggest Premier League win in 3 years, which is crazy, man. So yeah, man. Obviously I was at the game, and yeah, very different from the last game at Old Trafford. Do you get me? Obviously, the
Mm.
Tottenham game. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice to be back and leave the stadium with like a very different outcome. But yeah, I'll quickly give my thoughts on the game. I think even though we won 4-0, it definitely wasn't perfect. And
Yeah, I was gonna
I'll
ask
get
you
on
about that.
I'll get onto
Mm.
some of Amorim's comments as well because this guy he just keeps on saying the right things, man. Like, do you get me? Honestly, man.
Alright.
Like,
Okay.
honestly, like it's the complete opposite of like some of the things that Ten Hag was saying as regards to like we'll put in the performance and then yeah, man. Like I think he's just even very quickly. Like it's funny because he was
Mm.
speaking about like you know um on Thursday when we won 3-2, he was saying, you know what, we won that game 3-2, but that potentially should have been more. He was just like, we beat Everton 4-0, but maybe it shouldn't have been, maybe Everton deserved a bit more. Not to win, but
Mm.
like maybe the gap shouldn't have been four. And yeah, like he keeps on speaking about, yeah, you know what, like he analyzes the performance saying that we need to improve here, we need to improve there. There's things that, we're trying to work on, but we're clearly not there yet. And yeah, man, like even when he's speaking about each game and stuff, and I think I might have mentioned it last stream, but he spoke when he was speaking previously. He said, you know what, like he doesn't want a situation where, you know what, we just do what we need to do to win. And then next year we find ourselves in the exact same situation. It's like, no,
Mm.
he wants a structure, he wants an identity, he wants to improve how we play. And yeah, man, like I really like how he's approaching these games. And just from the off, bro, the starting lineup shocked me because I wasn't expecting that. Like, obviously, Hoyland scored
Mm.
2 goals in midweek. He looked really good.
Mm.
And then Xerxes comes in. And bro,
Mm.
I was so happy for him, man. Like so happy for him. Because obviously I was there on his debut when he got the winner against Fulham. And then I think since then, obviously, like it's not been like the easiest of times. And I think also there's been a lot of criticism which has been over the top and like I think he's yeah, like they've just been going in on him, like do you get me, like acting like this guy's just
Yeah, bro. There's no
useless, yeah, do
patience
you
for
get me,
football anymore, man.
yeah, man. And it's like fam, he's
Like,
literally just come, like bro,
yeah.
you don't you can't be the Serie A young player of the year and then all of a sudden be rubbish. Like, do you get me? There was a reason why he was the Serie A young player of the year. Like, do you get me? And the thing is as well, you know what his skill set is. And this
Mm.
is what I like. This is what I really like, bro. Like, do you get me? Because remember, I think I was talking about Slot when
Mm.
I can't remember the game. Was it Leverkusen? I think it might have
Okay.
been
Well,
Leverkusen, where I think he decided to play Diaz as the nine
yes.
instead of
Yep.
Nunes
Yep.
because
Yep.
he
Yeah. I
said
was
that,
Leverkusen.
oh yeah, like having like a more traditional nine, it suits them better. Like, do you get me? So it's just like, yeah, he wanted to
Mm. Yeah, it
confuse
was
them.
about Tar. That Tar
Yeah,
likes
Tar.
to. He's one of the
Yeah,
best centre backs at
yeah,
pressing strikers.
yeah. So he
Mm.
wanted to switch it up. And in this game, I
Mm.
think Amorim, when he was talking about his lineup, he said, yeah, I believe this was a game for Xerxes. He was just like the Everton defenders, like, do you get me? Like Bramthwaite, do you get me? The centre backs, they would have probably preferred to play against a Hoyland in this game. Like, do you get me?
Mm.
Where they can get more of like a, do you get me? Maybe like a
He's
wrestle
giving his
match on.
secrets away
You get
though.
me?
Now I'm
Yeah,
thinking he's gonna play Zexy against us.
you get me? Hey,
Mm.
he's keeping people guessing, but he
Mm.
said nah for this. He's like, you know what, we'll play Xerxes because his skill set, I think he can help us in this game, and obviously, yeah, potentially confuse the opponents. And yeah, man,
Mm.
he came and he really done his thing. Like, do you get me? And as the game went on, like, yeah, his confidence increased. But yeah, what I was gonna say is that, bro, there was moments in that first half, like we started off like decent, and then I think like you can see the teething problems because Everton started to get a hold of the ball, and then it's like you can tell our
Mm.
confidence was knocked a bit, and it was looking a bit like, oh, what's going on here, man? Like, do you get me? And
Mm.
then yeah, man, it was looking like, oh yeah, you could tell this team's still learning, like they're definitely still learning. But then obviously we get the first goal, and then I think from there, like our confidence comes straight back, and then yeah, man, bro, I see a comment by Unorthodox Change, bro. How many times have bro? We could go back to how many streams, bro. I've been telling people about my boy. I've been telling them. I've been telling them and telling them and telling them, bro. And you know me, bro. I love United, but also I'm honest. And bro, the reason why I've been banging on about this guy is because, bro, he's different. Like he's different,
Mm.
bro. This performance, yeah, it was amazing. And honestly, in the stadium, like, bro, like obviously because I watched it back on TV, but in the stadium it's even better, bro. Like,
Oh,
bro,
really?
he was causing them havoc. Like he
Yeah,
was just
he
causing
was
them
fantastic in this
havoc,
game, man.
bro. He was causing them
Mm.
absolute havoc, bro. And it's from all aspects. So skill wise, problem, but his pressing and
Yeah,
work rate,
he caused so many problems.
he was just picking their pockets, bro. Like, do you get me? He's so relentless, fam. And the funny thing is, as well, I think Amorim mentioned it. Like, he's a small guy, fam, but he is so tenacious. Like, do you get me? Like, he will just nab you. Like, do you get me? He just nab the ball. I give it. Like, do you get me? And yeah, man.
Mm.
And obviously, it's funny because I think when we spoke earlier on, I wanted to see him in the 10 position, obviously, because of his skill set and what I believe he can do in that position. And I still believe
Mm.
that, yeah, Ahmad in a 10 position, big problems. Do you get me? But I
Mm.
think it's one of them ones where he's so disciplined and he works so hard. And I think he's exactly what Amorim wants in that wing back position. So as for now, I don't know if he's moving from there, bro.
Yeah, you know what it
Like,
is though. I think what's going to be very telling. Obviously, we'll talk about it more when we speak about the Arsenal game. Is what
mhm.
he does in those matches because
Yeah,
ultimately, too, in that wing back position, he's going to be pressed a lot more defensively against bigger
yeah,
teams than Everton. So it's
hmm
also about how much can he handle when it's now bigger wingers that's going up against him, and it's not sign Everton. No disrespect, like the Everton's or the Ipswich's and the teams he played so far. So that's what I'm
yeah,
going to be interested
yeah,
to see whether he's going to stick with him in that position or he's going to go for a safer like a Delo or something. So I think that game is going to really tell him the Arsenal one where he
yeah.
plays Ahmad in that game and how he
I think
copes with it where he plays.
I
So
think he's gonna play wing back just because again currently I don't know who so the low he's currently playing on the other side like
mm.
so and I think Shaw's injured, he's not fit.
Shaw's
So
injured again.
yeah, he's injured again.
You're
So,
lying.
like, yeah, he's injured again. So, like, and I think Mazraoui again. We'll speak about him quickly because he's another baller. But
Yeah, he's been
Mazraoui,
great.
like, yeah, Mazraoui, like, I think, yeah, like, he's just one of them mans. He just said, "I'm techie, so just play me where you want to play me." Like, do you get me?
Mm.
Like, so yeah, but he's been doing brilliant. Like, yeah, as part of the three centre backs. But yeah, so I think currently like, and I think that's partially why he's playing him there because Ahmad's so disciplined. And I think against teams like Everton, where we do have more of the ball, then
Mm.
like he's gonna be like much more of like a presence in the final third. And then maybe against the bigger teams, like you said, I think that's going to be a different test for him because his defensive duties will probably increase. So,
Mhm.
yeah, man. But yeah, he was absolutely brilliant, man. Like there was even a bit at the end, man, where he just ripped a man. Like it should have been a pen from where we were seeing. It
Oh
was
yeah, I saw
nasty,
that.
man. I wish I had the clip, man. Oh, it was disgusting, man. Like,
Yeah,
get me.
I know what you're
He was
talking
just,
about.
yeah, like, bro, he's so silky. And fam, he's already got 5 assists in the Prem this season. And bro,
Oh man.
he's been given what? Like, do you get me? He's been given, do you get me? Some substitutes appearances over here. Do you get me? And a start here and there. And like, do you get me? And I'm happy that he should be in the starting 11. Like, do you get me? He should be one of the first names of the team sheet because yeah, man, like he's everything you want to see as regards to a young player who works hard, who presses, who's skillful, and he makes the right decisions. I think
Yeah, he
that's
does,
what's
bro.
so
And
key.
like
He
you
makes
said,
the
bro,
right
Zerk's
decisions.
actually fed off
Yeah,
and by
man.
putting the ball on the
Bro,
plate for him
on a
both
plate,
times.
bro. On a
Yeah.
plate, bro.
And
Like, do
other
you get me? And
players, I don't want to say names. That's how
bro,
maybe G are shooting.
bro.
There's no way they're
And,
passing in those
and I
positions.
think, and honestly, I think for Garnacho, that's something he needs to learn. Like, do you get me? Because
Mm.
Ahmad, also, you know what it is about Ahmad as well. That's what I'm saying. It's a combination of things. he's relentless as regards to his work ethic and his pressing. His technical ability is great, and his decision making is brilliant. Like, do you get me? So when you've got a combination of those three things, then you're gonna have a really good player on your hands. Because honestly, like when you're watching that match, you're thinking, this is someone who's great at pressing. He's got a great work ethic. This is someone who's so technically capable, and this is someone who always makes the right decisions. And if you combine those three things, then you're gonna have a great player. And that's exactly what he is, man. Like, because even when you're seeing the assists as well, like against Ipswich, the goal for Rashford, right foot, no problem. Here, when he was laying it off to Xerxes for Xerxes' second goal, laid it off with his right foot, no problem. Do you get me? For Rashford's goal, lay it off with his left foot, no problem. Like, do you get me? Like, because he's so technically capable, like he's not thinking, I need to now cut in and then I need to create this angle. He's just like, nope, the right decision here with my right, all right, cool, no worries. Right decision here with my left, all right, cool, no worries. Like, and yeah, man, I'm so happy to see him thriving because, as you know, bro, I've been bigging this guy up, bro. And I know you were even saying it, like, you were like, you know what? Like, I did think he was good, but I'm seeing what you were talking about now because, yeah, I didn't clock that he was this good. And yeah, man, he's a baller. So, yeah, great performance from Ahmad. Really happy to see him thriving. Xerxes, again, like, he's someone as well that, like, I like players that like to play football the right way. Like, do you get me? And I think that's what you've got with a Xerxes. That's what you've got with an Ahmad. That's what you've got with a Mazraoui. That's what you've got with a Kobe. Like, do you get me?
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
quick,
saw even. I think even I even saw Amran say something about Mazraoui saying like he's the future of your team in terms of
yeah,
that
man,
type of play,
bro.
and I think it's
Yeah,
so true
bro.
because you know what I've been very like what was been very telling with United over the last few years is the
Mhm.
even when managers have come in and maybe they've tried to even try change you guys from this counter over the top football is that you get
Mhm.
exposed as well when you ask untechnical players to try play technical football
Mhm.
because then you're trying to pass the ball around, but you're just giving it away because you're not capable. So you do
Yeah,
need more guys that want to play football to
that want
actually
to play
transition
football, bro.
more into that type of
Honestly,
football. That's what you want. Like it needs to
honestly,
work that way as well. Like you can't really
honestly, man.
change a leopard spots and something like certain man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just a shame they're just not built for that type of football. So you're gonna have
Honestly,
to
bro.
phase them kind of goes guys out of your team.
Out.
But
Yeah, facts, bro.
yeah,
Like, honestly, and
yeah.
then obviously Amarim, hopefully he'll be able to bring in the people that he wants and then adds to it. Like, do you get me? But yeah, man, like you want people who are comfortable on the ball, who like are technically capable. And yeah, when I look at Mazraoui, that's what I think. When I look at Ahmad, that's what I think. When I look at Kobe, that's what I think. And then obviously we've got young players like Yoro. Like, he's yet to make an appearance, but I'm really optimistic for him. Like, I think he's a great talent, and I think, yeah, he'll fit in there as well. um Onana, bro. Like, I've got to give this guy so much credit because this season he's really just been putting in good performance after good performance. And after last season, I know there was a lot of questions, and I think he's responded brilliantly. He's responded brilliantly because honestly, I'm
Are
not
you
looking at.
comfortable with him yet?
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with him.
You're
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Like, that's I was literally just about to say, I'm not looking at the goalkeeper position thinking, like, I'm like,
Mm,
cool, that's calm. Yeah, that's cool.
okay.
Like, do you get me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, man.
Mm,
But yeah, bro, overall, Everton, like, they still had their moments in the game, their periods where they were on the ball, and it's definitely not perfect, but the atmosphere is definitely, like, it was brilliant. Like, Old Trafford was buzzing. Like, do you get me? Everyone singing
mm.
Amorim'S song, and yeah, man. Like, do you get me? Really good atmosphere. But obviously, like, it's a completely different test tomorrow, so that's gonna be a big one. So we'll talk about that afterwards, quickly. But yeah, bro, do you have anything else you wanted to quickly add to that?
No, just to kind of echo what you were saying, man. I really did think Everton started off the game really well, and I felt like
Mhm,
they got into really good positions where if they had made the right pass or the right decision in key moments, they really should have punished you guys as well.
mhm,
But they
mhm,
didn't, and
mhm,
and then eventually you guys get your goals, and I think you then just take the game away from them. And fair play to Amorim as well. You guys have made it a habit now with these fast starts. Where in the second half now too, when it's still 2-0, one goal can maybe swing it. You guys come out, you get the third goal, and you just kill off the match. So fair play. Because I do think at the start, before the first initial two goals, I think Everton posed you guys quite a lot of threat.
Yeah.
Like, but I think they just didn't capitalize. They just didn't have the quality to capitalize on it in the end. And then you guys
Mm-hmm.
then went on to have a very comfortable win. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to add.
We're definitely still learning, and
Yeah.
again, but one thing I do like as well is that I think in this game, like you can see that this system, like when we're speaking about sporting and we're just like, oh, because it's three in the back, it doesn't mean it's defensive. It doesn't mean that, like, you can see the type of football Amorim wants to implement and the type of football he
Mm.
wants to play. And yeah, man, like you said, you need players who are capable of playing that. But even so, like, you still need the manager to implement his ideas and his philosophy. And I think, yeah, that's what he was doing, bro. So yeah, man, it was a good win. We needed obviously the 3 points. And yeah, it was nice to see some goals at OT. So yeah, man, was happy with it. Um, quickly moving on to a few results, bro. Bro,
Mm.
I'm gonna start off with a team that we've spoken about a lot. And I think we even mentioned that, bro, I might give up analyzing them because
Uh,
they're they're just like I just know whenever they start to pick things up, we know what's coming. And
mm,
I'm speaking about a certain Tottenham Hotspur, bro. Because obviously, after beating City 4-0 at the
yes.
Etihad, brilliant result.
Yeah.
At home, they draw 1-1 to Fulham. And, bro, could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
Yeah,
It
I
could
don't
have
know
been
why they
worse,
do this.
man.
I'm starting to I'm starting to like start to think that maybe it's also a thing with the players where, because I think they have Liverpool coming up. I won't be surprised in that game too. They come out flying. It might be a thing
Bro,
where these lot know when it's a big game.
they got
They're hype.
Chelsea. I think Chelsea
Yeah, Chelsea coming up too.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, is it Sunday? Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
even
think
that game,
yeah,
I won't be
Chelsea
shocked if they play
season.
well in that game. Like, I think that my analysis with them now too is, are the cameras on us? If they think the cameras are on us, they're ready to play football, bro. But if they think, oh, it's a smaller game, we're expected to win, that's when the wheels just fall off, bro. Because not only do they drop points, they also just don't play well in these
Yeah,
like kind
man.
of games as well. Which is crazy. Like the
The
highs that they can go
downs.
to against like a City, and then the lows they can go to against like a Fulham. It's
Hmm.
ridiculous, bro. So yeah, like you
Yeah,
said, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we predict them anymore.
yeah, man.
Like,
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see them face Bournemouth because that's a tough game. I think they've got them. Is it tomorrow or is it Thursday? I think it might be
I
Thursday.
think it's Thursday.
But
I think
yeah,
it's
but
Thursday.
Bournemouth away, and it's a tough game, man. That's not going
Yeah,
to
we
be
know that from
easy.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough game, man. So yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Spurs can find some form of consistency during this season. Obviously,
Mm,
we've spoken about a lot of their players, we've spoken about their tactics, we've spoken about their systems, and yeah, man, I think they really need to just start putting a run together. But yeah, I'm sorry, Wendy, man. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, oh, the cameras on us, FC. But yeah, and yeah, that Bournemouth game, oof,
it'll be a
yeah,
tough match, man.
yeah,
Yeah, that
tough.
Mendy was back as well after having a
Yeah,
nice
tough.
rest. So
Hmm.
boy,
Yeah, man,
boy,
bro, and even bro, Ivan Nilsson, bro, he's starting to do
yeah.
his thing, man. Do you get me? So, yeah, man. But yeah, bro, moving on from that, Chelsea against Villa. We spoke about that
Mm,
game. We spoke about Villa's bad form. And we
mm,
spoke about obviously Chelsea and how they're doing. And yeah, man, like I think we both thought that they were going to win, but I
mm.
think Chelsea they continue to just like improve and they continue to prove that you know what they are a really good team. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to quickly obviously mention some players. Caicedo again, like he's just I think him and Gravenberch, like they've been just yeah, man, top this season in that central midfield position. So yeah, I want to give credit to the both of
I,
them.
I love what
And
Enzo did too, man. With him played him right back, inviting into midfield as well. I
okay,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
beautiful. Him,
yeah,
Lavia, finds the space for Enzo as well. So yeah, nah.
yeah.
But continue, yeah. But he was really good.
Then yeah, man, Jackson. I think yeah, like if you look at
Yeah.
his record this season, man, it's good. Like he's putting them away. Like, and yeah, man, he looks like
Good
someone that's
finishes as
really
well.
confident. Yeah, man, like he's doing his thing. We've got to give
Mm.
him a lot of credit, like a lot of credit, because I think he's really important to this Chelsea team. And yeah, he's delivering. So yeah, like I think if I was a Chelsea fan, I'll be really happy with what he's currently doing. And yeah, man, Cole Palmer back amongst it. Like, yeah, obviously you had been quiet a bit, and people had been speaking about some of his performances, but yeah, obviously, like, that was a great goal that he scored. Yeah, and I think obviously there's still going to be questions as regards to like some other big games, like, and them wanting to see performances there. But yeah, I think it was important for him just to like kind of just steady things again. And I think it was
Mm.
interesting. Did you see the whole thing with him and the chat he posted with him and Morgan Rogers, where I think,
Oh
yeah,
no,
like
I didn't.
he
I didn't see
posted
that.
he posted a screenshot, and then I think like Roger said, "Oh, I think he's Roger said like, oh, you're not scoring against us," and then like Palmer was like, "I'm leaving with player of the match," and then obviously he posted the screenshot of it with the player of the match next to it. So yeah, man, he done
I
his
hear it.
thing. Yeah, and yeah, from a Villa perspective, yeah,
Mm.
man, like they just need to recompose themselves because they are in horrible form currently,
Nah,
man. Like
man. I need
really
all
bad
the
form.
I need all the
Really
all
bad
the
form.
Arteta versus Emery
Oh, you're coming
apologies.
for
I need them all
every.
to come out now, bro. I
You're
need them to
coming
come
for
out, man.
every.
I need them to
Fam.
come out and tell us because it's so easy when things are great and he's doing
Mm,
well in Europe and everyone is loving life. But now that
mm,
he's on like a seven game winless streak, whatever it is, everyone is now
mm.
quiet again. But again, that's football, bro. It's a lot easier when you're at Villa and even the smoke is probably nowhere near as much as it would be if you were somewhere else. But yeah, their run of form has been shocking. But go on, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry,
really
as
bad.
you're
Yeah,
going.
no,
Been
I think they
shocking.
really need to turn it around. Obviously, I think the adjustment to Champions League football is one thing, but yeah, I still think that yeah, they've just been really disappointing, and they've got enough quality to turn it around. And I think Emery's still like a really good manager. So yeah, like, I think he just needs to find the solutions to this, and they need to just get a win and like
Mm.
get out of that form and then put something together. But yeah, not been great for them as of recent. So yeah. And then yeah, bro, quickly, with a
Oh,
couple of the other. Oh, go on, bro.
one more play that I wanted to give a shout out to in this game was I think Cucurella also deserves a lot of big shout out
Oh
to,
yeah,
man.
bro.
I think
Bro,
I left back. He's been really, really good, man.
bro.
He's been really,
I
really
think
good. Because
he's
even the first
yeah,
goal, he's been really a key player for Chelsea in this team, and he's locked
100%.
down that position. So I wanted to give him a shout out too
Nah,
because
100%. I should have
he's
even
turned it
mentioned
around.
him. I should have mentioned
Mm,
him because yeah, he's been really good. Like he's been doing his thing, and yeah, man. Like obviously, I think even towards like the end of last season, like he was putting in some really good performances. Then obviously he had the
mm,
Euros, and then yeah, man, he's been doing his thing this season. So yeah, that will give a lot of confidence to Chelsea. And yeah, man, the fact that Chelsea they can field like such a different team in the Conference League, and then in the Premier League they can now field the team that they're fielding, and yeah, man, like it just
mm.
shows the depth that they've got. Like it's good. Like so, yeah, man. Same points as Arsenal currently. So we'll see how
Yeah, I'm
far
liking
they
too,
can
man.
go.
Again, with managers talking, whether Chelsea on a title race or not, man. I think Enzo, they're all being very smart and just saying, "Hey, man, don't look at us. We're little
Yeah,
Chelsea.
man.
We're still
Yeah, man.
growing. We're still learning." I said that's
Yeah,
the right
man.
way to approach it,
Yeah,
bro. So now, big
yeah,
ups to Enzo as well for just again having media because the media they try to draw you out. They'll
yeah,
be the first to be trying to drag you into this. You're in a title race, and then the moment they
yeah,
now falter, it's you
yeah,
thought you were in red, So
yeah.
it's good that he's not falling for
Because
the tricks.
you know it is as well, bro. It's one of them ones where it's just like obviously expectations can change throughout a season, but I think in order for expectations to change for a team like Chelsea, like it needs to be much further along because this is not what anyone was saying at the start. So
Mm.
considering that no one had them like anywhere near a title race at the start of the season, like there needs to be much more evidence before you start putting them in the title race. And I think that's what a lot of the Chelsea fans and the people that when people are trying to throw them in these discussions, they're like, nah, don't do that because none of you are trying to hear like do you get me? So I hear it like so yeah, man. But yeah, nah, Cucurella, I think that's a really good shout. But yeah, bro, very quickly as well. Um, I was just gonna quickly talk about a couple of results, and that was firstly the draw with Palace and Newcastle. Again, it's gonna be interesting to see like if Isak is fit because obviously he came off in that match, and yeah, we know how important he is. But I think also Palace, they're starting to like build a little bit of like just like solidness or just
Okay.
for a lack of a better word. I think I butchered that.
Mm.
Forgive the vocab.
Some green
So,
shoots.
yeah, for someone that's
Yeah.
good at English, but yeah, man, yeah, I think that, and that's what they need. But boy,
Mm.
bro, like yeah, your boy Nketiah is he's still
Bro,
not
man. I have to put my
there's
hands up.
still
And I
nothing
said, I
there,
thought,
bro.
I thought it was gonna
So
go a lot better than it's gone. So,
yeah, man.
hey.
So yeah, and then the other result I was going to speak about was just the Bournemouth 4-2, and yeah, man, we spoke about Bournemouth being a tough game, and that was even
Mm.
them away to Wolves, and yeah, hat trick of penalties as well, which is something that you
Yeah, I
don't
saw that,
see.
which is crazy.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So yeah, that was another interesting result. So, bro, before we speak about obviously a certain fixture that's taking place tomorrow, I am just
Mm.
quickly going to pull up the results table just to let people know where we're at. So yeah, man, that's what the results table is currently looking like. The prediction table, rather. Sorry. So yeah, I
Mm.
think the differentiating result this week was essentially just um the Liverpool win over City.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you went for the
I
draw.
went for a draw.
So yeah, so I think that was the differentiating result. So yeah, man.
Okay.
But yeah, long season ahead. Only 5 points, not really a big gap at all. So yeah, a lot of points to be claimed. So yeah, bro. But yeah, man, bro. Hey, we
Two
started
up
this
front
in
derby.
we started this in August. Do you get me? And
Mm.
on the 4th of December, the first two up front derby is taking place, bro. Manchester United are traveling to the Emirates to take on Arsenal. And yeah, bro, what are you thinking regarding this fixture? How do you see this playing out?
Yeah, man. I didn't need that Everton game performance. I think now again, similar to that West Ham versus Newcastle, you guys are coming here with some confidence, which I don't need.
Mm,
But ultimately, I think you guys are still very early in your process.
mhm.
I still think defensively, you guys look like you can be got at as well, which I think is going to be the question mark in this game: is how defensively solid can Amorim set you guys up? What
Mhm.
profiles does he go for? Because I know now that, let's say, that Kobe's, I know he's suspended for the game. I know
Yeah,
Martinez
and
is suspended
Lissandro.
for the
Yeah.
game. So now midfield wise, I think it probably is even better for you because I do think you probably want a midfield of Casemiro and Ugarte. So it's probably them suspensions that might even work out in terms of making the options a bit easier for the manager. I think if you guys are smart, you're defensively solid, and then you then try hit us on the break and you try hurt us that way. But yeah, so all in all, man, I think I'm more concerned just because we are now in a position where we can't even afford to draw. We need to win every single game. And you guys look like you're in good enough form now where I can't confidently just say that, yeah, we should definitely win this game. I think it's going to be a tough game. But if we want any hope of keeping our title race alive, we have to beat you and we have to win. So I'm probably more concerned just because of the stakes of what it would mean if we were to drop points. But I think I'm still kind of confident that we should win the match overall because of how early you guys are in your process. And when I've watched your earlier games, I still think, yeah, against better positions, because I don't think you really played anyone that's really had the quality to really threaten you as much as we will so far. So I think there's enough gaps in the you guys trying to understand the system and us being 5 years into our system that we can definitely exploit, especially to now. I don't know how you're going to set up defensively as well with Martinez being out. I didn't even know Shaw was injured. I assumed he was going to slot in there, but if he's now injured, again, how you're going to slot in on that side. I think the concern for you guys is as good as what's his name, Ahmad and Majari have been on the right. The area you need to be the most concerned about is the left, and that seems to be the area that you guys are the weakest in right now. So I think again that gives me more confidence that we can really hurt you guys in that regard. it's gonna be interesting to see what option you guys go for between Hoyland and Xerxes. From your analysis now, from what Amram is saying, I think he might go for Xerxes. I think Hoyland might face a similar kind of thing to if you're trying to be running at Saliba and Gabriel. This is what they like. The same way they dealt with Gyökeres, they'll probably deal with him the same way as well. So Xerxes might maybe give something a bit different. Maybe that might also help the likes of like the Rashfords and the Brunos behind him maybe a bit better. Having someone that can kind of at least hold up the ball. I think if you go for the Højlund, Rashford, and Bruno up front, I think if you guys go long, we're going to eat up and you're going to just be under more pressure. So it's going to be interesting. I think I'm just very interested to see how you guys set up. I think it's going to be a tough game just based on the rivalry, based on the fact that you guys know too. It's kind of similar to the Chelsea game where it's like we need to win, and the draw is not the worst result for you guys. So we start like kind of difference in what we need out of the game. That's probably more concerning as an Arsenal fan, just because if we don't win now, it's the implications are massive. That's kind of like my initial thoughts. So you kind of get into it a bit more if you tend to give me your analysis.
Mm. Yeah, bro. I think, like you mentioned, like we're very early in our process, and yeah, there's so many changes happening, like in such a short space of time. Because yeah, Amorim, he's joined in such a busy period where the games they're just relentless. So you don't have much time and space to, like really work on like the training pitch and like put things together. Like, yeah, the games are coming relentlessly. And as we are playing, I think he is learning and figuring things out tactically for our team. And he's saying, okay, you know what? This is what this player excels at. This is what this player doesn't excel at. And he's figuring things out here and there. So, yeah, man, like, I think even in the games that we've played, yeah, definitely, like, we can see frailties there. There's positives as well, but we are definitely nowhere near the finished article. And I think Amorim, he's been very transparent about that. Like he's spoken about the team, he's spoken about where we are weak. And I think that communication is just so appreciated by the fans because, yeah, like we want you to come in and we want you to implement a system, we want you to implement a style, and we want our team long term to look better. And we know that's going to take time. And we know that because of what has previously happened, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. So, yeah, I think I really like Amorim's approach to all of this, like how he's spoken to the fans, how he's even like tactically analyzed games. Like I said, with the Everton game, he looked at it and said, you know what? Højlund, this ain't the game for you. Xerxes, this is the game for you because Højlund, like you're gonna try and battle against their centre backs, whereas Xerxes, you pose a completely different problem, and I think that's gonna help unravel them. And yeah, man, it worked. So yeah, I think we've got a manager who tactically he really knows what he's doing, and like I'm really confident that over the long term things are gonna look much better. As regards to this game, as you mentioned, you're much further along in your process than we are. And yeah, I don't expect us to win. I do think you probably will get the win. But what I want to see from United is that I want to see a performance and I want to see again more signs of things that we can be optimistic about. And yeah, as regards to our starting lineup, it's going to be really interesting because he's really just played so many different players like over the course of these 3 games. Like, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see who he goes with. And obviously, there is the injuries and suspensions as well. So, yeah, will be interesting to see who he starts. It'll be interesting to see how we line up. But yeah, man, like, I think this will be a good test for us. Do you get me? Because, like you mentioned, like with all due respect to Ipswich and Everton, but yeah, obviously Arsenal is of a different quality. So yeah, man, it will be good to see how we deal with the threat that you guys have, and it'll be good to see as well how Amorim tactically sets up in a match like this. So yeah, man, I do think that we do have players that can hurt you as well. Like I think we do pose a threat, like definitely. But yeah, overall, I think we're still trying to, establish like our comfortability on the ball and, like play certain players. Like we spoke about Ahmad, how he's really taken to that wing back position, whereas there's other players where they're still trying to figure things out. So yeah, like I think overall, of course, Manchester United versus Arsenal, we know the history of the fixture, we know what it means, and obviously I think it's really important for you guys. And that's one thing I'll say. I do think that a lot of the pressure is on you, like as opposed to us, because I think, yeah, like you mentioned, we're early in our process and we're figuring things out. But because of the context of the league situation that you find yourselves in, you really can't afford to be dropping points. So, yeah, I think from my team, like I'm just looking to see a good performance. And of course, I'd want to win. Like, do you get me? Of course. And yeah, if we can get a point or get the 3 points, that would be brilliant. But yeah, like also, like I am not going to like get onto United if we lose. What I want to see is a performance because yeah, Arsenal are clearly the favourites here, and yeah, like I don't think many people will be expecting us to beat you like in this current moment of time. So yeah, man, really, really
Yeah.
good game to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely
Mm,
happy that this game is at Emirates. Like, I'll be a lot more concerned if people coming up to OT to play this match as well. Is
mm,
one thing. So yeah, no, fair play to Emirates. You know me, I don't respect United. If it was under Ten Hag, I'd be a lot more confident to say, yeah, man, we got this in the bag. But I think he's shown me
mm,
enough, and he's clearly intelligent enough that he
mhm,
will be more sensible in this game. Like I
mhm,
said, I expect to see an Ugarte, Casemiro midfield just to be smart, just to be more defensively solid. If he
mm,
makes mistakes like maybe trying to play Bruno in there, then I think that's when that could be a sign of who. I think that's a mistake because I think
mm,
defensively, you guys don't want to give us any more confidence in terms of
mm.
pressing against you guys. But quick question I had for you actually, and I'll try and answer it too, is who do you think is going to be your key players in this match?
Mad.
Mm,
Just yeah, because he's been a key player for us, like even prior to Amorim. But even like when we saw what was happening with Rude, and obviously how like much I wanted him to be playing when Ten Hag was there, and unfortunately he wasn't given the opportunities. But yeah, I can see Ahmad being like vital for us. I think obviously in our defense, Delit and Mazraoui, I think yeah, they're gonna be like really important, and Dallo as well because yeah, and like I think Dallo, like that's gonna be really important because he can't be getting caught out. So yeah, I think that's gonna be really interesting. So yeah, and then bro, it's hard as well because I think like I can just name just every. It's gonna
mm,
take a real team effort. Like, do you get me? So I think yeah, I don't want to go down the route of now just naming loads of players. So
yeah,
yeah, let me say I'll say I'll say Ahmad. I think it would be extremely important. And then yeah, I would say like I'll just name a
mm,
couple of defenders in Delit and Mazraoui. And then you know what? That central midfield position as well. So whoever's in there, like whether it is Ugarte and Casemiro, however it is that he decides to line up. But yeah, that's going to be key. And so,
yeah,
yeah. And then hopefully, obviously, like Rashford, who likes to score against you guys, like hopefully, like when we do, have our chances, we are able to take them. So, yeah, like I said, it's a really good game in terms of us being able to, like, have a real test, like, and to,
mm,
really see, like, where we are in certain areas. So, yeah, yeah,
mm.
I'll say that.
No,
Mhm.
all right.
Mm. Yeah, and even sorry again, I think especially someone like Delit with your threat, with set pieces, I think yeah, he's gonna be really important, and I think yeah, like
Yeah.
our defending's gonna need to be on point because yeah, like especially depending how we line up as well, United can be
Mm,
quite a small team. Like, yeah, like United aren't necessarily a massive team. Like, do you get me? Whereas I think
it's true.
Arsenal have like
Mm,
they've established a team which is really just big, bruv. Like, do you get me? Yeah.
mm,
So yeah, like it's gonna be interesting to see how we deal with those threats. But yeah, I think again, this is a good game for us to test ourselves and to see where we're at. Like, do you get me? And hopefully like it's not a horrible result, but like whatever happens, like it's our opportunity to learn. and say, all right, cool, you know what, this is where we need to improve. And I think for Amorim as well, like he'll be looking at things and saying, you know what, these are the players where I can really see like them helping us build, and these are players where it's like, nah, like, do you get me? But then also at the same
Mhm.
time, in the context of this season, what can I do to get the best out of these players? So yeah,
Mm.
man, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
No, 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 that makes sense. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like it should be a very, very good game. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully from an Arsenal point of view, we can just overcome this hurdle. And I think yeah, then that then gives me more confidence that we just need to just continue winning our games. But it's definitely a very tough game, man. So yeah,
What would you say for
we'll
you,
be
bro?
back to.
For your
Oh,
your
for
key
me,
players, and
yeah,
also
I think.
I'll
Mm,
answer this question as well. What
mm,
players are you fearing from United, if any? You might say you're not
okay.
fearing anyone, but yeah. But which players are you most concerned about? So yeah, firstly, who do you think are
Okay.
your key players, and then what players do you think you're most concerned about?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, definitely key players, man. I definitely have to start with Saka, man, because yeah, the form that he is in right now is he's just on fire right
Mhm,
now. And I think that, like I alluded to earlier, I think your left back, like I saw in the media recently, that's a position Amber's already said, yeah, I need someone in this left wing back
mhm,
position because it looks like that's definitely the position you guys are the weakest in. Left centre back, it looks like you guys are gonna be very light in this game with Martinez being out, with Shaw being injured again. So I think that the side of the pitch, I think Saka is going to have a lot of joy. And then I look
mhm,
at Odegaard, who's come back and just creatively just been a massive spark. As we kind of alluded to earlier in the stream, man, I do think Everton will get into really good position. Now, you guys gave Everton a lot of really good opportunities in that middle of the pitch where if they had more quality to pick out the right pass, they could have really hurt you guys. And I think if you give that those kind of opportunities to a player of Odegaard's quality, he can really, really hurt you. So I think
mhm,
him and Saka definitely are the key players. I think potential wise can really hurt. I'm even kind of even looking at someone like a Rice in this game as well because
mhm,
again, with what I've seen so far from you guys, it's not as bad as it was under Ten Hag, but you guys still look like you can be very susceptible to the transition. So someone like Rice that can pick the ball off like someone like Rashford's or Bruno's feet and then set us up on a counter. I think he can be very key in this game. I think that's a position that we can really hurt you guys too. So I'd say probably not to like you kind of alluded to name every player. I'd say those are the three I'm thinking could have standout games in this that could make a big difference for us. In terms of the players that I'm most concerned about, yeah, definitely have to echo your words, man. I think Ahmad looks like probably your best player so far this season. It's going to be interesting to see the matchup between him and Calafiori because he's another one in the Arsenal fan base. I think no one is very sure about him yet because obviously it is still very early. He's had good games, he's had poor games. So I think it's going to be interesting whether he's able to just snuff the Ahmad threat out completely if he does play right wing back and how he deals with him. And then Rashford, man, this guy, he's so inconsistent. I don't know what to expect, but like you said, he's the one player that on his day can really rise to the occasion. He's the classic example of are the cameras on footballer. So this is definitely a type of game that he wants to come and shine in. So I think he's another really big threat in this one. So I'll probably say those are the two players I'm looking at. I'm thinking, and then probably just a player that can really maybe stifle us a bit. The last one, I'll probably say Ugarte. But the one good thing he is that he is very good at those tackles and winning the ball back, and so how he deals with Odegaard, I think is gonna be massive for you guys in terms of whether you can actually reduce our creativity the other way. Where he needs to be careful, he's also very susceptible to giving away silly fouls. And like you said, if you give us more of those free kick situations or corner situations, then that's another position that we can really hurt you guys. I mean, you guys also you need to defend really well, but you also need to be really smart in terms of what positions you're giving away free kicks or what positions you're kind of giving the ball away when you have
mhm,
players like Rice that can really break away or Odegaard Saka that can really hurt you guys. So I
mhm,
think those are the plays I'm really looking at like in
mhm,
this game from my point of
mhm,
view. Then I guess yeah, same question to you from the Arsenal side. I would say maybe don't Saka Odegaard, I think maybe yeah. Is there anyone
mhm.
else other than those two that you're thinking of?
Of course, Saka or Odegaard, I think, yeah,
Mm,
they're definitely like main concerns.
mm,
I think Gabriel's threat from set pieces is definitely a concern. Yeah,
mm,
I think that is worrying. Just looking at just how effective he has been this season. And it's funny because I remember when we were having the preview to the North London derby, and I was going on about it with like the set piece threat and
Mm-mm.
stuff. And it's funny because it's just something that's continued throughout the season. Like it's such a weapon for you guys. So that's definitely gonna be like something that we're really gonna have to just be on point with. Because man, like it's annoying as well because it's one of them things where you can be playing well, you could be putting in a good performance, and then boom, it's such like a quick, just a just a quick. All right,
Sucker
cool.
punch.
Yeah, do you get me? Here's the goal. Like, do you get it? So yeah, man, we're really gonna have to be on point with that. So yeah, like, and yeah, with Rashford as well. Like, I'm just hoping that man, like he just continues to improve and improve. Like, do you get me? Like, especially when a players come from your academy and stuff, man. Like, do you get me? You have that extra willingness for them to do well. And yeah, man. Obviously, he scored 2 goals against Everton. He got the goal against Ipswich. So yeah,
Yeah, man.
like
I saw he has a new
three goals,
girlfriend as well, man. I
three
think that's the
goals
most
in 2 games. Oh
concerning
damn!
part of it, man. I know he starts
I just
shining when his babes is there. So boy.
bro, I'm just hoping he can just continue to deliver, man. Because yeah, man, like we need Rashford just to be effective this season. Like, yeah, we need him to perform this season. So yeah, like hopefully, like he can do his thing, and yeah, like I'm rooting for him. So yeah, but yeah, man, like big game, big game. I think, like I said, like I think this is an opportunity just to learn a lot of things like about United and my team, and yeah, like just to see where we're at. And yeah, I think from that perspective, yeah, like it's a good game for us to analyze and to look at us and say, okay, yep, this is where we're at. So yeah, I want to see a performance. I think, yeah, like I said, man, it's a very tall task to go to the Emirates and get a win, even get a point. Like, do you get me? Especially with the context of the league, like how it is currently, with how important this game is for you. So yeah, man. But hey, first two up front fixture. Do you get me?
Hey.
The time has come. So yeah, man. Like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting one. But yeah, man. Do you have any final thoughts regarding the match?
Nah, man. Then again, we'll be back to react to it, man. The implications of it could be massive, but hopefully, from our point
Um,
of view, we do what we need to do and we get the win. So yeah,
mm.
man, we back to talk about it.
Hey, and bro, I forgot to even mention as well. We've
Mm.
drawn each other in the FA Cup as well
Oh,
in the
FA
third
Cup
round.
too.
Yeah.
Yup, yup, yup,
So
yup,
there's
yup.
there's gonna be free two up front fixtures this year because yeah, we got
Mm-mm-mm.
the we got the obviously game tomorrow. Then we got the third round in January in the FA
When is
Cup.
the? Oh, it's in January. Okay.
Yeah, and then I think we've got you at OT. I think that's in March, I believe. I think we got you at
Okay.
Old Trafford in March. So, yeah, man.
Uh,
So this is the first part of the trilogy. So, yeah,
mm.
see how it goes. But yeah, man. But yeah, bro. Hey, man. That's that. That's the quick. I think obviously because it's the two up front teams, man, we had to dedicate a little section just to put a preview in. So yeah, man. But yeah, bro, do you have any final thoughts just regarding the football before I, speak to the people?
Nah, man, you can go ahead. But yeah, as always, from my side, yep, thank you to everyone who's watched. We appreciate you. And yeah, bro, it's been good to keep the stream going, and it's always lovely
Mhm.
to catch up. So it was good
Mhm.
to be able to slot this in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like you said, fam. Again, like obviously we spoke about it before you traveled with you going to GH and like the logistics of everything. And yeah, it's nice that we've been able to have like a smooth stream and yeah, everything's gone well. So yeah, man, really happy about that. And yeah, as always, thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Thank you to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed, whether you've been watching for 30 seconds, a minute, half an hour, the whole stream. We really appreciate the support. And yeah, man, there's a lot of football that's going to be like happening around this period. And yeah, man, we're gonna do our best to, like arrange our schedules and make sure that things continue as and when it can. So yeah, man. But yeah, obviously, like we're really happy that, obviously since August we've been able to just continue getting these episodes. And yeah, I think it's important to also say as well that like the community and just everyone who's engaged, I think that has really helped like us as regards to just even the flow of the episodes. Of course, like me and Ace, we can speak about football with each other all the time. That's what inspired us to do this. But yeah, it's even better when, people also like contribute to the conversation. So yeah, man, hopefully, hopefully, United this season we carry on going upwards. So yeah, man, I'll let Ace talk about his team, but do you get me? I don't care about them. But yeah, man, and I hope everyone has a good one. And so yeah, until next time.